Oh, hey, we got our guest. Let's bring our guest in, everybody. Bam! What is going on?
Wow, I love that. Just right in.
I was like, wait a minute. I was like, wait. I was like, I got a notification here. I was like, let's do this.
Amazing. Thank you. I love the no warning, no nothing. I was like, let me get my hair done.
No. We do this like we do this like Bill O'Reilly, man. Just fuck it, we'll do it live. Fuck it, we'll do it
like
live.
real.
Yeah. This is was it Gonzo journalism? I don't know. I never really understood that. But no. But no.
How do I comment? Can I comment on the side here?
Yeah. You should be able to. Yeah, you should be able to. If you want to type anything, if you want to type anything in the chat, please.
Absolutely. I could also. I mean, I don't want to toggle back and forth to YouTube, but all right. I'm in the stream. I'm Stranger Comics. I see you on the left. I've got search, comments. Do I just say hi here and then?
Yeah. You can post whatever in there. Yeah, like I said, because I think like there's like a private chat that's between us, but you should be able to chat with like the
I see it.
like the YouTube chat in there.
Yeah, I know on StreamYard I can do it. I just don't see.
Yeah,
I see the comments. I don't see where I can write it. Dang it!
Oh, that is weird. Hold on, let me see if I can. Oh, that is weird. That is unusually strange. Let's see here. I wonder if I can. Let me try a thing here. Let's try a thing here.
I can pop over to the stream like this. I can go back and forth. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. There. We're gonna get it figured out one way or the other. So I just wanted to say real quick, people who are watching, I said earlier we were about to have a special guest. Well, now the time has come. Special guest is here. I would like for everyone, I hope everyone here, if you're a person of culture that likes good comics, you like maybe some comics that aren't just the normal, what you're used to when you walk into a shop, just nothing but capes and masks. Not to say there aren't capes, and not to say there aren't masks. They're just not the types of capes and masks that you might be used to. I would like to formally introduce our special guest, Sebastian A. Jones of Stranger Comics. Welcome. Yeah,
Thank you.
We'll give you a round of applause. But no, welcome to the channel.
Thank you so much for having me. It's amazing, and I'm very honored to be here. Celebrating the world of a Sunday with you. It's crazy. It's been an amazing day too of meetings and things for all the new stuff that's happened. So I'm pretty excited. I'm still right. When you've got like you have a high and then you correct. No, I'm still. It was like. Meeting great, Ernie greater. So I'm like,
man, that's great. Hey, I'll take that. Well, I mean, first off, I want to hit everything. I want to hit everything here, but one thing that real quick before we did is that if anyone is just now tuning in. If you're just now tuning in, you didn't hear what I had to say earlier. I'm going to say it again for you, and I'm going to say it probably quite a few times throughout this, so I apologize. But there are links down below. There's links down below. I got links to social media pages, website, and none more important than the Kickstarter itself. I have the Kickstarter pinned at the top of the chat. If at any point, you're like, you know what? This Sebastian guy is on to something. He's on to something. Go over to that Kickstarter and I don't know, maybe give it a look. Give it a little perusal. And I would say also, you just and also like if you hear anything we say, you're still on the fence. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sebastian, but I believe on the website, the Stranger Comics website, because I think I was checking earlier this morning. I think it was this way then, so I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth. But I want to say the first issue of Niobe, She Is Life, and I want to say for Niobe, She Is Death.
Say it all. Yeah,
I believe both of those first issues are available to read.
And The Untamed,
and
Dusu, and everything. You can get 6 trade paperback. Well, no, 6 first issue of each of the legendary stories. We're so legendary. You've heard of us from this angle, right? all of them for issue 1 of all of those trade paperbacks are yours for free. Just go on the website and download those bad boys. Kind of crazy, kind of ridiculous.
Who lives at that speed? Who lives at that speed? Like
right?
that's insane. Who would do that if they were not confident in the product? Which I can tell you right now, I'm gonna do something insane. I'm gonna reach over and grab something. It's gonna be really heavy. But I have in front of me, I have Niobe, She Is Life, right here. I got that one. Oh my God, I'm about to kill myself. All right, yeah. I also have Niobe, She Is Death, right here as well.
Open up that one real quick.
Yeah.
The inside front cover, just to tease them, just to tease.
Just to look at that. Look at that magnificence. It's insane. I can't make this up. I'm serious. I can't make this up. This book it's fantastic. And what I would also like to share with you too is one of my favorite things. And y'all know me. I have an addiction, and it's to back matter. And it's a sick, sad addiction. I need help. But what I love about this is these books, and mind you, I've only pulled 2 off the shelf. They are just rampant, I tell you, with back matter. My favorite thing.
Rampant. Yeah, no. We do like to run them.
You know what? I don't want to say anything ugly about people that aren't here to defend themselves, but I'll just say there's a very popular animated series that has a new omnibus collection coming out, or I think is already out, and guess what it doesn't have? No back matter.
Not maybe like our new omnibus edition with our Niobe animated series. This has lots of back matter.
See, look at that. You know, Sebastian is crazy. Who would do such things? Who would do such things? That is insane to me. Why would anyone look at that? That is diabolical. Look at that. Jesus Christ. Merciful Zeus. Merciful. I mean, I just want to say, and look at this. Look. I want y'all to understand something. Why I was very happy to talk with Sebastian about this is because, man, when we want to talk about people creating in the indie space, I love a good storyteller. And the love and care and just the genuine just desire to put something fantastic out there. It's I love to see stuff like that. I love to see it, and across both Niobe books, right now, and then like I said, you've already mentioned we got the Untamed, which I have 2 of these.
Volume 1 and Volume 2. Yeah.
Volume 1 and Volume 2. Like I said, just and just to show you that it doesn't really stop. It doesn't really stop here. Like it's a like I said, I these books are just like the level of just the craftsmanship, you know, in these stories. I really love. I have like just absolutely fantastic work. And like I said, it doesn't even stop there. It doesn't even really stop there because you know, that's just 4 books. But oh god, there we go. I found them. But you know, right here, got this right here. Dusu, just right here, just chilling. You know, amazing stuff, amazing stuff. And then you know, Arathun just said, just out here, just it's fantastic. This is great stuff. These books, which by the way, I highly recommend if you love fantasy, you love really just, you know, interesting characters, nuanced characters that'll make you fall in love with them, characters that'll make you question their motives, their moves, you know, characters that make you understand who they really are. You know, any and all of these 6 books are fantastic. But there is more.
There's a lot more.
There's a lot more. This is just a taste of what you got. And Sebastian, I want to give you an opportunity to tell people about this amazing world that you have brought to you to the point that Hollywood has taken notice. You have brought this amazing world forward. And tell us about, you know, Tales of Asunda.
Tales of Asunder. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for the grand introduction, by the way. You know, a lot to live up to. You know, the new one that I was showing, this Tales of Asunder, is the new omnibus on the Kickstarter, right? And what we decided to do with Tales of Asunder is collect a series of one-shots that kind of starts to kind of introduce new characters, tell more stories from pre-existing characters, like Niobe, actually. This one, if you guys ever saw The Woman King, I wrote this one with Tuso and Bedu of The Woman King and Underground Railroad, the star of the new Children of Blood and Bone movie. And also ties in other stories, you know, like connects some Easter eggs. There it is with a beautiful Tahani Far cover. Look at
yes,
right, super ready.
I came prepared. Those
ones right there, we are known for doing these hardcovers, like Ernie was showing you. Regular hardcovers, special edition hardcovers, like this is the Niobe one. The art is by, this is a nice little segue into Hollywood. This art is done by Hyung, the lead artist for The Last of Us. So there's our Amanda Stenberg right there, who played Rue in the Hunger Games, and she was in The Hate You Give, The Acolytes, and what was crazy, Bodies. When we wrote this together, Viola Davis did the forward in the hardcover. And Viola Davis just announced that she is going to be producing the Untamed live-action movie, and I get to direct, which is crazy. I was at HBO before, but what's really kind of nutty about Niobe? There it is. Look, so on it.
Well, I had it.
Same artist. Somebody just actually, funny enough, we get so much hate on our social media. From like racist and whatever. Yeah, shocking.
Those people. Those people. Oh, I don't care about those people. They're whatever.
Yeah, but it's quite. I'm like, it's quite adorable, and then slightly frustrating. Like delete. But somebody said, "Oh, this is obviously AI, right?" This is also done by Hyung, lead artist of The Last of Us. But when we did Niobe, guys, Niobe Shear's Life is the first nationally distributed comic book with a black female author, artist, and hero in entertainment. So Niobe is a piece of history, right? And that is the Untamed. That version there's coming out in shops in about 2 months. Pre-orders just came in, so if you didn't pre-order it, you can still order it so they can do reorders. And that cover is by Peter Bergting, The Hand of the Devil Holding the Stranger, the 2 images in one. Peter
I love
Bergting
it.
is known for doing Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings covers in Sweden, working with Mike Mignola, the Mignola universe. So we actually
Mhm.
spent nearly 10 years painting that. But the
Oh
Hollywood
man.
tie-ins, yeah, no, crazy. And that's the Kane and White version, which you can get on the
Hmm.
Kickstarter as well as a
Hmm.
1 in 10 ratio variant at your
Ooh.
local comic shop. But you can get that Batman homage on the kick. And also, I thought what I would do, Ernie, is if anyone backs the Kickstarter and leaves a comment, Blerd without fear, I'm going to
Ooh.
give anybody that backs the Kickstarter and leaves a comment that says Blerd without fear on the Kickstarter a hip hop homage for free. You just got to tell me which one you like. Otherwise, I will default it to. Maybe I'll default it to. I'll default it to the low end theory, Nabi Shear's life, low end theory
Yes.
homage right there. So
That three
back
feet
to
high and rising is wild over there too.
Dana White as well. Yeah, there it is.
Mhm. Yeah.
So pick the one you want,
Bruh.
leave the comment, back the Kickstarter. This is yours for free. We got 5 days to go, and if anyone backs
Hmm.
the kick, I give a $5 gift card. You refer somebody, another $5, and a chance to win $100. Anyway, so leave a comment if you back the Kickstarter, Blurred Without Fear, and you can choose. A lot of folks love this one. The
Oh
Midnight
yeah.
Marauders right here.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Super dope. And what's really crazy is, check it out, just like the epic album cover. Whoop, there we go.
Oh, that
And
is.
you'll see Blurred Girl, you'll see Marcus and Greg, there's Amanda, Viola, me looking crazy, Issa Rae, Mayim Bialik, Dennis Cowan, David Crowns, and lots of
Hmm.
amazing people on here. And oh yeah, if you back the Kickstarter, you get that for free. Just saying, just everyone gets that for free. So get into the world of
Wild.
Asunder while we are in early stages of development of the Untamed movie and in pre-production of the Niobe Afro anime.
Which is I want to say I was blown away when I saw there was there was kind of like a little sizzle trailer that was put up, and it like honestly I Niobe is one of those stories that I feel like so many people, when they see Niobe, she strikes like such a figure that like seeing her like get like every time we see her, it's always a static image, but actually seeing Niobe like in movement, like actually in
Mm,
motion,
mm.
it was kind of like a like I don't know, just when I saw it, I was just like, oh my god, I was like, because like when I first saw it, I was like, it's not, I was like, is this fake? Is somebody
Right.
fucking with me? I was like, are we back? I was like, are we back up? I was like, what is going on? But no, it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous trailer. And especially in an era where I feel like people are more hungry
Mhm.
for not just non big two comic stories, but they're hungry for something that they don't get to see a lot of. They want to
Yes.
see different stories. They want to they want to see their favorite comic books turned into some kind of an animated series or a movie or a TV show or something.
Sure.
And to see that, I like honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. I was a little choked up when I saw it. I was like, oh damn, I was like, this is real. I was like, this is real. This is happening. I was
It,
like,
it,
okay, let's go.
I think it was the most surreal experience, and how that came about
Hmm.
was so there was Tahani Farr. She was at Comic Con Africa, and she was contacting me, and I was going, "What's Comic Con Africa?" And she's like, "You have Niobe fans here," and I'm like, "What's Comic Con Africa? Get me out! Like what?" So she put me in touch with the folks that ran it, and they were like, they were so amazing. They flew us out, me and a couple of my teammates, and just treat us like star. It they were wondreful, but it was huge. It maybe not San Diego Comic Con big or New York, but not far off and sprawling. 100,000 people, no problem. Black, white, brown, young, positive. Everyone's so excited, almost playful, just joyous, right? Just this, oh my God, this is so much fun, and it was so beautiful and so refreshing. And there was a young chap that came up to me and he said, "Are you the Niobe guy?" And I was like, "Yes." And he goes, can you meet my mum?" And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "It's because of you I got into animation." And I'm like, this is trippy. This is crazy. And then Tusu and Bedu of the Woman King, who I wrote the Nabi She tribe one with, this is why we did this Wu-Tang homage, and to kind of give you a kind of glimpse of how beautiful the artwork is. I mean,
that's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
We don't mess around at Stranger
No.
Comics. So they brought us on stage. People were freaking out, and we.
Here,
had
I want to give you an opportunity. I want to focus you. See, show them that one more time, please. God damn. Like I said, just insane.
Thank you. Kanan knocked this out. We spent nearly a year and a half making sure the quality.
Goodness.
So this is like pencils, inks, and colors. Kana the inks. Daryl May lays out all of our books. Blonde does the colors on that one. But you'll see, even as we kind of look at some of the other projects like Dusu, I'll show you from the trade paperback. Like we spent,
oh man,
7 years painting this.
Oh, 7 years, Jesus.
So each book, so you have see different art styles that reflect each storyline. This is Niobe. It's more kind of right Avatar-y kind of vibes, more kind of anime kind of vibes, and then you've got the Untamed, which is more kind of again beautifully painted. We spent nearly 10 years painting this.
Oh my God, Jesus.
So actually, the work's been put in.
I want to put some respect on your name just real quick, because something that I really loved, and I wasn't expecting it, because like when I picked up Niobe She Is Life just to read it for the first time, when I was going through it, like I was like I what I loved is that when you got past like the main story of the book. We got past that main story of the book, and here, let me pull this up. But like when I got to the end of it, and then like, yeah, I think it's like you get to the back, and then you got like the Morkamoa story at the end, and it was cool because I was like, because as I was getting to the end, I kind of felt like, okay, I was like, this story feels like it's kind of getting towards like its conclusion, and I still had a good chunk of the book left, and I was like, well, I mean, this is a lot of back matter back here, but I mean, I'm not going to complain, but I was like, oh, and then when I turned after going past the last page, and the ending, and I turned and I saw, I saw this, and I was like, wait a minute, there's more story. I was like, there's more, and to speak to your point about how you were talking about how each of the stories kind of has like their own vibe, their own art style that kind of like matches the tone that you're shooting for. Like, yeah, I think what you said about Niobe is so perfect. It's a very Avatar kind of art style where like it's a little bit more whimsical. It's more brighter colors, and more vibrant characters and backgrounds. But then, like, because of the type of story that Morkamoa is, it's because it's harsher, it's darker, it's more. I don't want to say not crude isn't the word I'm looking for, but just it's just it's more savage. It's more like
Yeah.
just, I don't know, and when you read the story here, I just want to just take a moment to kind of show you guys here. I forgot that I could do this, but here I'll pull this up just so you guys can see a little bit better. But you can see like the art style is it's very different to match the tone of this story as opposed to the as opposed to the story of Niobe like proper.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Daryl May. That Daryl was our layout artist who laid out the Niobe. He laid out all our books. Jason Wise, Defiant, all the Asunder stuff, everything. Kids' books. And that was his first ever attempt at pencils and inks in Morkamoa, because he actually created the character Morkamoa. So shout out to Daryl. So
Oh,
we
wow.
wanted to, yeah, so we wanted to create, so Morkamoa is the big. So for folks that don't know, the quick pitch for Niobe Shear's life is pretty simple. It's a Beauty and the Beast love story, threaded with murder and mystery that leads to war. But it's also about a young elven girl returning to her ancestors to find her faith. And the first line I kind of prompt you is, what haunts you? So the goddess is talking to Niobe, what haunts you? And me as the writer, I'm asking you, the reader, what haunts you? So automatically places you in Niobe's shoes and get to connect with her as the goddess of light is challenging this girl on her, I guess, path of obligation when all she wants to do is be a girl at 15 years old. So when I wanted to work with Ashley, the artist, even though Daryl did the layouts, it was really, Amanda was 15 years old when we wrote this. I wanted to get a perspective of a young 15-year-old girl to co-write, so it would really kind of help give a great POV, the truth of what Niobe and Amanda were potentially going through at the same time, and Amanda being successful and going, okay, the world is picking on her or having expectations for her, and also celebrating her and all those things. So that, so we actually got to celebrate with Amanda last year at New York Comic Con with our 10-year anniversary. It was quite amazing. Yeah. So that's really,
Oh man.
yeah, really quite a special journey,
I mean, that is something that, and I love when I love when I learn stuff about people like oh, this person was doing this, because that was actually one of the reasons that I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I was reading some, I forget where I even saw it, but like I saw this thing where it's like, oh, Amanda Stenberg, working on a comic. I was like,
yeah.
really? And then when I looked and I saw like what was going on, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's like, it's wild. And it's a great comic. It's a great story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it. Well, I started, guys, with this book, The Untamed, and Ernie was going to tell you that, by the way, for folks that are considering backing the Kickstarter, Ernie's already backed it, just to let you know.
Yes. It is like first off, and I don't want anyone to say that I'm bullshitting when I say that, but I just want y'all to know that and here I'm gonna pull this up because I want y'all to be able to see what I'm talking about here, but I'm gonna share my screen just right quick. I just want to, in here I just want y'all to see I put my money where my mouth is.
Hey, you know what's crazy is a lot of folks are like, yeah, we backed the Kickstarter, yeah. And I'm like, I can see that who backed it and who didn't. I don't know.
Oh, no.
For sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
For the Phantom Pledge,
Yeah. The Phantom Pledge that may or may not have ever actually happened, but if I because, and this is something I want people to understand about how I move. If I'm sitting here telling y'all that you should back this,
thank you.
I'm not gonna be the guy that's like, yeah, I think y'all should go back this, but I'm not backing it. Like,
Right.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Like, I have backed Kickstarters where I already had the books, but I backed it so I could support the books again. It's. I think it's very important that people, because we do get a lot of folks out there that'll sit there and tell you, oh, this is something that's great. This is something that's fantastic, and you should totally get it too. But they didn't even get it.
They didn't read it.
Right?
It's a strange thing. And I tell you, the chips are stacked against you sometimes because, and I'll tell you guys the origin, the first story. So it gives you, for folks in the chat that don't know anything about Stranger Comics or Niobe or Asunder or Kickstarter, the first 2 days of Kickstarter, we were nowhere to be seen. I don't know if it was shadow banned on purpose or whatever. So literally, if you were like, oh, I'm going to go to the comic page or the pre-launch page, you couldn't find us. So the only people that's backed it has had the link, so we're down at least 300 backers. Goodness knows how much money, but definitely at least 300 backers based on my past Kickstarters. And only on Monday did the search pop up finally for Stranger Comics. So many people said, I couldn't find you. I type in search Stranger Comics, nowhere to be found. So normally we have 700 to 1100 backers. We're at 460. And I'm like, and I understand economy and, folks that have come through, amazing. But it's like 2 years, 3 years worth of work to go to actually set up the moment, to do that beautiful tome that you're getting to add to your collection, right? So the amount of work that goes into a hardcover of that magnitude with back matter, bonus issues, you name it, is even there's an issue we started literally in 2011. Is it 2011? Like whatever.
I think, yeah.
Like, yes, 2011, because 2009 The Untamed came out. 2011 I finished Tales Under issue 0. You can only get it in a collector comic, and now in the tome. Okay, the tome.
That's crazy.
So think of that arc to the work. To go, it's finally being released on pre-order, and you're down 300 backers, and you're scrambling, going, "Hey, did you see the link? Hey, did you see the link? Oh yeah, I looked for it, but you weren't live." And even some people that backed it went to reback it or add, and it didn't show up in their backed projects. So
that is diabolical.
It has been crazy. But I don't want to complain because I'm like, we're sitting at $106,000, but I know how much work went in, and we're probably down maybe $30,000 to $50,000. And the preparation that goes in is absurd. So guys, the one that Ernie got is this version of the hardcover. Now, beautiful, right? Tahani hardcover, it's amazing. You guys have seen the inside front cover. It's beautiful. Oh, thank you. I'm actually not the Ace Blade guy, but Danny Quick is amazing. Danny Quick is amazing.
I know what it is. They're talking about me. I drew a cover for Ace for Ace Blade. Yes. I'm a man of many talents that I don't often talk about.
You need to talk about it.
I endeavor to be better. Thank you for picking up that vary, by the way. But no, first off, this is insane. This is insane, and god damn, that is beautiful. Oh, damn it, I love it.
These are actually Black Comic Lords exclusives.
Look at that.
Look at that. There you go.
Oh, yes. Yes. I love it.
The actual exclusive of this, Ernie, the trading card on the back of the comic has Dura stats. So
that is awesome.
That's just like the card. Yeah. So for collectors that know our, Dead Presidents, Halloween homage, you've got
God, yes.
all this stuff coming to you in the gallery art. And in the back as well, beautifully painted art, not just homages, like real.
Right.
Like, these are inks on wood, like literal words. And for folks that are hardcore fans, we've also got the scripts as well.
Oh, that
So
is so good. That see,
this, there you go, nice and chunky.
that is see. This is how I knew. See, Seb, this is how I knew. I knew I liked you. Because this is the type of stuff I like. This is the type of stuff like I hate when creators gatekeep the process. Like I'm a big process guy. I like the types of stuff I like to see in the backs of my books when I buy like a trade or like an omnibus hardcover, whatever, whenever I buy one of those, I'm always like, man, I want to see how you got there. I want to see, show me the crust of the creation. Show me the early stage. I want to see the thumbnails. I want to see the script. I want to see the pencils. I want to see the rough pencils. I want to see I want to see the tight pencils. I want to see the inks. I want to see what it looks like when it didn't have any color on it. Like, I love that sort of stuff.
We did that with the first Untamed book. Like,
yes,
like
here,
how do we put these books together? So this guy's early sketches. We didn't know what we were doing too. This is like the very first book. So literally just mashed together is Hyung, lead artist for The Last of Us. That's his design up there for the archway, the execution of the stage. Daryl's ogre right here. Peter Bergting's crocodile. This character never made it. These goblins never made it in the script. Peter's ferryman. Really kind of rough stuff in the very early stages of Stranger Comics. And it's more. There you go. More
love
stuff.
it.
There's the first kind of roughed out idea from the cover that became the hand. Right, it's right there.
Just caught it. Oh my god. See, this is how you get me. This is the type of stuff that I fall in love with. I love like you have no idea how happy it makes me to see stuff like that in the back of a book. Look at that.
Young worked on this, guys. Again, lead artist, The Last of Us, Uncharted 4. This one he did before, I think he was still in college. Like we've been working with him for, and you're like this one too, because we kind of had a sneak peek of how he did this particular cover. Here we got interviews and things. Where is it? I believe maybe it's the next page. Oh, this never made it, right? This was
okay.
This never made it right here. Like these pencils. This was like early scenes of when the stranger gets he gets killed in the beginning. He's coming back from purgatory, and we're like, should we show it? And it just never made it. So you actually get to read that.
Wow.
You get to see rough layouts, how they put the stuff together. Yeah, and the process of, here we are. This is what I want to find.
Oh.
Kersheg the Mute, our albino orc, way before The Hobbit came out.
Interesting. Also, very. And I want people to pay very close attention. Look at the arm. Look at the left arm. And just pay very close attention. Look at the design and okay. I want to make something clear. And I've been bringing this up with some other people's work more recently, but I can't tell you how many times I've looked into indie comics and seen ideas. Wholesale lifted, just wholesale, just copied from from just indie comic after indie comic after indie comic, and people are like, oh man, that was such a great idea. It was such a great idea. It's like, yeah, it was a great idea. It was so great that they stole it. It was so great that they stole it. They stole the idea. But no, man. This world it's a rich world full of just so many good stories.
Thank you. And here's always the crazy thing. You mentioned Hollywood earlier. A lot of times it was very difficult with Hollywood because they go, oh, that's big budget. That's a lot of money. Where do we begin? How do you start? It's too much for us. It's too big for us. And you're also not a national bestseller like Harry Potter or whatever, so you're fighting all of these. What you think you're bringing them is like, oh my goodness, I've got epic IP. I'm bringing you a Marvel universe of fantasy. You're entering not through Camelot or the Shire or anything European. You're entering through different parts of the African diaspora. So that's at different points during the course of the evolution of Stranger Comics. Some people are like, do anything with black folks, but before that was like, that's too black, right? So you kind of experienced the whole thing. So I crafted this story, The Untamed. This is where everything begins, guys. This is the origin story to Niobe, and this is the one that Viola Davis picked up, and the one that we're in development for a long time. We were in development at HBO. So I'm going to give you the introduction that might make you go, maybe Ernie is onto something with this crazy English guy with this get out of bed hairdo. All right, so here we go.
Sell them, Seb. Sell them.
I'm like, oh, let me just make sure I'm good. Okay, all right, okay. British accent, check. Been working on it. Slightly ambiguous. Where is he from? No idea, guy. Check. Okay. Here we go, folks. In the chat, enter the world of Asunder like this. Would you damn your family to save the world? The Untamed is a story of a man who is stuck in purgatory. And after 10 years, the devil comes along and he says, I'll give you 7 days to reap the 7 souls that murdered you and your family. He says, sign me up. He takes a drifter's return to a one-horse town in a huge world. As his memory comes back, he realizes when he was alive, he was a bad man and maybe he deserved to die. But now he's on a path to save his family. On his path of vengeance to save their soul, he meets a little elven girl called Niobe. And she reminds him of how old his murdered daughter would have been had she lived, giving this man a second chance to be a good man, even a father. But he only has 7 days. The kicker is, what if she's one of the 7 souls he has to collect? And the devil set the whole thing up just to find her. Would you damn your family to save the world? Or would you damn the world to save your family? Because if Niobe can stay alive in the Untamed, a sinner's prayer, maybe she'll grow up to become my world's savior or destroyer. The Untamed, a sinner's prayer. There you go.
That is absolute money. There's a reason why they're paying attention now. There's a reason why they've been paying attention.
And the art guys, I didn't, usually I get to pitch. I show you maybe I should show you the art again.
Here.
So here we go. If you haven't seen this, there's the artwork right there. That's like the early stages. So if you've ever seen a spaghetti western or a Kurosawa movie and you like this drifter returning to a one-horse town, of course, all the Tarantino movies are very inspired by all these types of movies. But this is that storyline where you meet Niobe, and then if she can stay alive in this book, in this kind of vibe and spirit of things, she will grow up to become our world's savior or destroyer right there. There you go.
I love that.
So if you like that slow burn and that slow reveal, rather than, hey, I needed everything up front. I mean, I used to literally have meetings with very famous directors. Well, backstory. As I said, I didn't want to run a company again. I used to run a record label, which is why, of course, we do these Tribe Called Quest homages that I love. I'm a music head, right? I'm a music head. The Untamed Sinner's Prayer, guys, is named after the Ray Charles tune, Sinner's Prayer. So I'm a blues head as well as a hip hop head. The sequel, The Untamed Killing Floor, is named after a blues tune called the Hard Time Killing Floor Blues by Skip James, and the one after that is Still a Fool by Muddy Waters. So segue, if you know the TV show Cage, each episode is named after a hip-hop track, each Untamed is named after a blues tune. So when Sinners came out, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm a music junkie, so this was it for me. But But we shopped this idea around, right? And different comic companies were like, we don't do fantasy, female, or black. Check, I'm doing all three. Investors, I'm doing fantasy, female, black, lead to introduce you to a really big world. And yes, we do have the Scandinavian part of my world. So when white people are going, where am I? I'm like, you're right here, you're everywhere, right? It's okay. It's okay, right? It's something for everybody. We're just not starting off in the Shire. And then so there was a comic company that literally, and I can't say too much, but literally when I turned, the one that wanted it, I turned them down. They were so offended that they tried to sue me. On the day they knew I was driving my son and son's mother, we were separating up to Oregon in a very long. We would pitch another comic company. They were like, I pitched them 7 Days for 7 Souls. They came out with a comic book 6 months later called 7 Days for 7 Souls. The amount that Stranger Comics has been ripped off, borrowed from, inspired. Now, and I never really tripped too much because to me it's all about her. Right? It's all about this character. So, but it has been a battle out of purgatory. As an independent comic creator and not indie comic company like Silicon Valley funded indie, this is, my other career as well as my job. This is everything on the line, starting with a credit card going, okay, we've got one comic book. And I wanted to plant Niobe within a framework of a vengeance to redemption story. So you think you're following his story of vengeance to redemption, and you're also passing the ball off. He's passing the ball to the next evolution of, it's really her origin story. And it's really about, as men, can we be better? Can we, if we are fathers, or husbands or sons or brothers, what would we do with a second chance? And you had 7 days to do it. Would you kill the world to save your family? What would you do to have that second chance? And so when all these big kind of operatic kind of, we're off to save the princess or go from here to here, these big grand sweeping themes, I was like, fuck all that. I'm going to distill it all the way down and introduce you to this world in a one-horse town and pose that question. Would you damn your family to save the world? And then we can go and explore the world from, right? Like Niobe's like, what's beyond the town? We're like the reader's like, what's beyond the town? And then we can go and explore with a stranger and Niobe and then get to see the big fantasy, the dragons, the gods and all the things. But I don't start like that. I start you with something digestible if you just like, hopefully, good storytelling and great art. So, yeah.
I mean, I'll say that something that really stuck out to me about this is that, and I think it just kind of speaks to the level of commitment to good storytelling that Stranger Comics, I feel, is just one of the many hallmarks of what y'all do. Is that, I never felt like at any point when I was reading Niobe, whether it was Niobe, She Is Life, Niobe, She Is Death, I never felt like Niobe was like a background character. I never felt like Niobe didn't have agency. I felt like she was she made her path. And even when like you would have other characters that might try and stand in her way or try and put her in a box, or maybe both figuratively and literally, but regardless, I never felt like she was incapable of telling her own story. And that is something we see a lot. Sadly, we see it a lot with when we have like a woman protagonist who for better or worse, is kind of under under the foot of male counterparts. But like when I was reading Niobe, I was like, I love this. I love this because even in even though I'm not like a huge romance guy, like I love the idea that everything was on Niobe's terms.
Mm.
She dictated her path forward, and not just in combat, or not just in like just the world itself, but she dictates her own path, and in terms of her choice, her levels of choice, romance and things of that nature. I don't know. It's something that it was a breath of fresh air in a
Oh, thank you.
in a world where just women are typically just kind of like the love interest. Even when they're the
Right,
main character, they're the love interest.
right, for sure. And it's something that we wanted to do with, thank you,
Mm,
with Niobe is um, allow her to fail,
yeah,
allow her to grow, right? So you're right, things are on her terms, and we have the line for the animation, a hero is not everyone's like, oh, she's the chosen one. So that's how I came up with the line, a hero is not the chosen one, a hero chooses to be one.
hmm
But she feels the weight of responsibility. So what I felt was, you know, honoring black women and women in general, but let's say specifically black women of um, are are black girls allowed to be young?
right.
Are they allowed to stay young for as long as they need to stay young before they have to take on the burden of responsibility of caretaker of the world? And
hmm
so that's why I was play with a lot of themes of mothers and daughters and elders, and but also, let's face it, with a lot of these comic companies, like, oh, we have different black characters, but she's the black girl. I'm like, but we also have Nadami, Niobe's
Oh,
mother.
here, let get a load of her, get a load of her.
And
Ah, beautiful, just absolutely
and
beautiful.
and you see her glimpses of her in the She Tribe comic with Tuso.
hmm
Um, See, look, crazy. Thank you, Everborn.
Yeah, I was
You,
about to say.
they don't, they hate me right now. And then we've got Dura, who is the creator of the world. There's your,
That is just.
you're right. So we've got lots of beautiful different characters, and it's again, it's also because it's a global franchise. We've
Mm,
got experiencing different parts of the Asian part of our world. That's why we rock the
mm.
Akira homages with
I love that.
D&D material in there, and just and then we have our love story set in Purgatory with Dura and the Farrier of Souls, which I wrote with Yetide Badaki of American Gods. So
What?
yeah, kind of crazy.
Okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I can't just let you gloss over that. I can't let.
Yeah, right,
First
right.
off, like
It's a
the
little,
Pete.
it's a little fun. It's a little
Oh,
racy.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. I
But
see you. I
but it's
see
not.
you. I
But
see you.
check out this. Check how beautiful it is.
Oh,
It's
for
a cosmic love story. It's not like, hey, we need to see. This is the story that needed to be told. So we don't do anything at Stranger Comics. We're like, we need to do this story. It just is. This very
that is
organic and very intrinsic.
gorgeous.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, real cosmic
Yes,
love story. And this
that is
story,
so good.
think of it like this. Dura is the, thank you, Everborn, and thank you, Jazz. Um, that story, this is how deep we get with it. Dura is the creator of the world. Okay. She is what we call the ancient of the butterfly, Ansunarim. So when she dies, she goes back into purgatory to be reborn and come back to the world, like how we do as we call old souls, right? Our spirits are
hmm
souls transcending through time. Dura is the ancient of the butterfly, so she's getting reincarnated and coming back and saving and saving. And like, I'm sick and tired of being a caretaker to this world. So she's trying to find different people to take over. Hence, in this era, Niobe. However, in this story, she goes into purgatory and falls in love with the Farrier of Souls. Now, is she going to stay in purgatory to be with her eternal love or return to our world to save it? And the Farrier of Souls is forbidden to take off their mask. If they take off their mask, they risk the devil's wrath. So for true love, are you going to risk the devil's wrath, remove your mask for maybe one moment before the world creator returns to the world to save it, leaving you to face hell. So the stakes of true love is really visceral and super real. So we don't like, hey, let's do this, which I see so much of, you know. It's really even this story, and I'll just bore you with just one more tale, right?
But please,
Right.
give it to me.
Okay, so this is Nadami, Dura's mum, Niobe's mum, sorry, Niobe's mum by Tahani, Niobe's mum by Canaan. We have a thing in our world, how union is connected, right? In our world, it's like give a ring, the Christian tradition, pagan stuff, whatever. In the world of Asunder, I have the god eternity, Celebrius. The god eternity is holding a Hajoica flower, this flower made of the stars. And he's waiting for the universe, the dragon, to return so he can present eternity, the star flower. The devil, his grandson, they have conversation, betrays him, kills him from behind. Bad news, another story. But this is the point. The star falls all the way down to the world of Asunder. Now is replanted with this Hajoica flower. So if I want to marry you and I fall in love with you, I want to marry you, I have to find a Hajoica flower. If I find the Hajoica flower and present it to you and you decline, the flower wilts and dies. If you accept it, you and I will go somewhere in the world and we will plant it with a sacred ritual, replenishing our love back into the world for somebody else to find and replant their love into the world, and so on and so on. So we play with myths and lore and beauty and purpose and consequence. But yeah, the lore is huge, but the most important thing for me in any of these stories are just human connection. Fathers and sons and daughters and children and family and value and gray areas within the human aspect of all of us and the choices we make and the consequences thereafter. So big mythos, but with real human consequence. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Like, well, and that, okay, so people always love to tell me stuff like, Ernie, you're overthinking it.
Right.
You're overthinking it. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Yeah. I'm like, oh man, like the themes, and that's something I can say about every single one of the stories that I have read out of Stranger Comics is that the themes present themselves in such a way that they feel, even for a world so fantastical, so beyond human comprehension, I can still see the themes of a world that's familiar to me and how people and how that stuff kind of bleeds in and creates just this really that was actually one of the things that that I really liked about the Untamed and about Niobe. Both of those of their respective stories was that I could see themes of othering. I could see themes of a lack of feeling of belonging. But all kind of wrapped in it was like a familiar tale wrapped in unfamiliar clothes that and this is why I often tell people why I think that it is a good thing, it is a net positive when we get to get stories from people that come from different walks of life, because there's just some things people aren't going to there's certain things people just aren't going to be able to put together. Right. Especially if they've never had the problem in question before. And I just want to say it is just so good, and
Thank you.
I didn't do this, but I'm gonna tell y'all to do this. I did not, and maybe I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna edit the description to kind of maybe point some fingers at some things, but I will just say if you're watching this right now, and you go to the website and you go read the free
Free download.
previews, yeah, go read the Untamed, go read Niobe, go read everything. Honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, just go do that. You'll do it and you'll thank me later, most likely. But if you do, I highly recommend you invest in invest in this universe, because for one, it seems like other people are starting to invest in it, and I think I would like for a lot of y'all to not be caught off guard when you see that this world is really taking off. I would like for because like I said, this was one of those, like, because once again, Niobe's been around for a while, and I
yeah, oh yeah, long time.
Like I remember, like I knew what I knew what the tale of Niobe was before I actually even read any stitch of Niobe, because I saw it everywhere. Like whenever I would whenever I would be talking to people about indie books,
Right.
or talking about like black comic book characters, it would almost never fail. Like somebody somewhere would bring up Niobe, and it was one of those things where like I saw it so much that I was like, okay, I need to know more, because I was like, I was like, one person telling me something, that's one thing. Two people, whatever. But like, when I started seeing like it come up like more often than not, and not only that, like even by the time that anyone even showed me what Niobe even looked like, I had actually seen, I had seen Niobe. Both the cover for She Is Life and the cover for She Is Death. Like I had seen them just randomly at times, like never really understand exactly what I was looking at. And I was like, you know what? I was like, let me see what this is about. And and once again, it kind of led me back down the rabbit hole. But I'll just say that, get in now. Like I said, the Kickstarter's there, the website. There's links to everything. There's links to everything, for Christ's sakes. Just go do it. And like I said, whether you want to back it a little bit or back it a lot of bit, whatever the case is, trust me, your money will be well spent. These books,
Do you want to see something really dope? Jimmy, thank
What's
you.
that?
I'll show you something really dope too, which we're now doing. All right, let me see if I can find it on the Fireforged version. Where are you? It's like I'm terrible with my table layout. All right, here we go.
Nobody wants to see what my desk looks like right now.
Right, yeah.
Here, let's see what you got.
Here we go. There's the foil is forged onto the metal, right? Like that on the items. So this is what we call a foil forged metal, right? This is the Canaan White Paris Elaine Black Comic Lords exclusive, really beautiful. Now what we're doing, because some of you folks out there play D&D, right? In the comics, all the comics are oversized with a D&D module, so you can actually see yourself in these books and in the game that you want to play. We also did, check this out. I'm going to show you if I can do this without ruining everything. There's the stranger, right? Like that.
That's like a perfect recreation.
So you can actually get the miniatures of the exclusive. So you can get an exclusive set of miniatures to match your cover. You can get them painted or not painted. And we also, of course, on the campaign, you would basically pick which one you want. We've got this is the Niobe exclusive from the anime. And we've got the classic Niobe She Is Life one as well. So all sorts of things. Yeah,
that's gorgeous. That's absolutely gorgeous.
So we got all sorts of goodies, and we do nutty things like we got
wow
editions. Yeah, it's
I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that at first. Dude, that is, oh my God.
This one
Yes. I
here
love
is
it.
like textured thing, foil that pops, and this is extra print on top. And there's always, you want to look too. There's always the hand, the untamed hand is always
Oh,
laughing.
that is, oh, wow.
There's
That
lots of
is
fun stuff.
gold.
For folks who are a fan of David Mack, we've got David Mack, legendary artist. We got covers from him. Yeah, we got
Dude.
lots of fun stuff. Lots of fun stuff on the campaign. And if you saw, we're making Defiant with Legion M,
Yep.
the story of Robert Smalls. You also have a chance to get the Defiant book on the campaign if you missed it in stores. And if you
Yes.
do want to get another comic that we have, let me know if you want to pick up the Jason Wise as well.
That's another one. Yeah. I was gonna say we had I had Ray Anthony Height come on to talk about Defiant not
Oh, that's
too
awesome.
terribly long ago. But yeah, Defiant, which was fantastic book. That was
Thank
a
you.
fantastic read. And yeah, I just, man, look, there's so many good books. And honestly, Stranger has become like in a sea of really like, because I want to make people understand the indie scene is
Mm,
really where the magic is right now, and there's a ton of really good indie creators out there, but Stranger is right there at the top for me, just in terms of just sheer
thank you.
output. And
Thank you.
and y'all are just such a positive presence in the space that just,
Thank you.
yeah, I like I said, I love seeing shit like that. I absolutely positively love seeing stuff like that. And
Thank you.
I think that for up
I see that,
I
Ray.
should have
Yeah.
I should have known. I should have known. But no,
Hey, Ray.
shout out to Ray Anthony Height, man. Just absolute just absolutely amazing guy, man. Y'all have
Absolutely.
no idea. Y'all have no idea. Go find out. Go find it. Just absolutely positively amazing.
Support
Just
Ray. Yeah, I think it's the good. It's like I tell you what is. I mentioned this on a Black Comic Laws chat not that long ago. Is I don't know if people really truly realize how difficult this is. We started with one comic book. We shared a booth with 9 different publishers. We didn't know what we were doing. And when Niobe came out with Amandla, we had all this fanfare. It was in my mum's local newspaper in England. It was like suddenly everywhere because we had this celebrity attachment, which was amazing, and she's a sweetheart. But I'll give you an example. When Viola Davis posted it on Instagram, a beautiful picture of Amandla holding 4 different beautiful Niobe covers. I asked people, and I'm going to ask people in the chat, Viola's post got about 50,000 likes on the chat. How many sales do you think it in the chat? Viola Davis, with her millions of followers, posted a beautiful picture of Amanda Stenberg with her millions of followers holding 4 different beautiful Niobe covers. How many sales do you think of 50,000 likes came to the website and bought stuff? Just throw out like a number. There it is. That's the one. Ernie is on top of it. That is the one.
I came prepared. Okay, I came prepared.
You are on it. So look how beautiful that picture is. Super bright, super fresh. She looks lovely. The covers are beautiful. We've got DK Shared says five copies. What's up? Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, look at that. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
We've almost at least 15,000. At least 15,000. Okay, we got 50,000 likes. So that boy Jeremiah says about 15,000. Let keep just. What do you think, Ernie? Did you hear this? Did you know the
Yeah,
answer?
I did not get the answer, but like the cynic in me
Yes, tell me.
The cynic in me who kind of knows a little bit about because I've been in the game a while.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
'Cause sometimes social media presence can amount to a lot, and sometimes it can amount to very little. But I'm gonna say so. It was over. You said it was over 55,000 likes,
It's about 50, I think it
or
was 54,000
or
likes
like
from what
54,000 likes. I'm gonna say
yes.
like so in terms of sales.
Yes.
Man, okay. I'm only saying this answer because I'm a cynic,
I love it.
and the internet has ruined my hope. I'm gonna
Right.
say 1,000 sales. Was it 1,000?
So we've got DK with 5, really cynical. That boy, 15,000, positive. And Too Strong says 1,000.
Mhm.
So the correct answer is 0.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Direct sales from that post, 0 sales. Now,
Oh my god.
so just to kind of put it in perspective, how difficult it is for our community to actually support independent comics. That's Viola Davis, who we all love,
The
Amanda
Woman
Stenson,
King. Damn
the
Woman
woman,
King.
right? Just Oscar everything. This is before the Woman King. So, but anyway,
Mhm.
but still, Viola Davis,
Yeah,
54,000
yeah,
likes.
yeah.
Amanda, Rue from the Hunger Games, everyone's sweethearts. People got this is before the Acolyte. People had their like, I hate it, I love it, I hate her, I love it, whatever. But this is
Mhm.
before that, and how ruthless people can be. That goes to show how much do people really support online. Now, at a convention, someone might come up to me and go, "Oh my God, I think I saw this on Viola Davis's thing. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that." So it's not like it didn't amount to anything
Right.
indirect, but those direct sales were 0. When we announced Viola Davis's movie recently, like, here's Viola Davis making The Untamed featuring Niobe. I get to direct. You would think or hope there'd be not for me. I don't care. I don't have any ego in this game.
Mhm.
But I would hope that everybody that talks about wanting to see this on screen or at their local comic shop for their daughter, for their sister, for their mother, for themselves, you would think social media influencers would be talking about it.
Mhm.
Have you seen it? I mean, have you seen press? Where is this? How many sales did I make off of the Viola Davis announcement with me, spending some money on Facebook ads and letting people know, hey, it's out there. And this is again not a gripe. This is not a
Mhm.
gripe at all. It's an awakening and it's an education to let you guys really, really understand. Like, you can't wait for the other person to support the indie comic that you want to support because they're not supporting unless they have a direct fan base.
Mhm.
We made about $300 to $400 off our website. Okay, I'll show you another one. This is also going to blow your mind. Is Outcast? Outcast
Yeah.
did got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I posted this in the Black Comic Lords chat, or sorry, Facebook group, and it got
Mhm.
about 3,000 likes. It got tons of comments. Lots of people sending me individual messages. Where can I get this? Where can I get this? And I'm sending them the link, sending the link, sending the link. 3 sales. Gives you
What?
gives you a real understanding of the state of where people are maybe financially, but also um, just it's a disappointing reality when you really truly know how difficult it is. So when I do a Kickstarter and I've got $106,000, it's a lot of money, and I'm extremely humbled and grateful for the folks that do come through and support, even if they just do $1 to help the algorithm, or just to say, hey Seb, I popped $1 on, I'm broke. Hey, thank you. Do a post, thank you. I'm just lucky that I've been on the grind for 17, 18 years. And on the way, I've met some folks that might drop a few thousand as well as a few hundred.
Right.
Otherwise, I'm not at 1,000 backers. I'm at 465 backers now. And you would think with the Viola Davis announcement and everyone that talks about this and talks about Niobe or talks about wanting to see representation, but if all folks are doing is talking and clicking like, Stranger Comics, if we're quite well known in the community. If we don't make it or we don't get supported, it goes to, we're kind of like proof is in the pudding, that it's not easy for folks that make independent comics to make a living and create and be able to present the comics that you want to see. So when you're at your local comic shop and you like, let's say Concrete, right? You're like, oh, I like those guys or I like these guys or whatever. Educate your local comic shop. And if you like a creator, support them. Even if it's $1. I tell you, it means the world. Otherwise, this is, as costs of shipping has gone up, cost of paper has gone skyrocketed, tariffs. If I'm shipping to a comic convention, cost of trucking books to a convention, the ones we don't sell, trucking them back, the cost of the booths have gone up so crazy that it makes it really difficult. So if you love indie comics, and I know there's lots of free opportunities with webtoons and free this and free that, and absolutely, and you come to my booth, we give you stuff for free. Come to the Kickstarter, put Ernie's name down in the comments, and you can get a free comic, right? We like to support you right back. But this is a industry right now where people are reading more comics than ever before. But where are you spending your dough? So I really kind of want to stress that. Remember that 50,000 likes, 0 sales. 3,000 likes for people that are obsessed with Outcast. Online, in person, yes, I can sell this. Online, it makes it very, very difficult. And unless, and I don't want to get into it, but unless people have got beef and drama and this that, and the other, and talking conversations and so on, that's the way to market. That's just not my cup of tea. It is very difficult, and it's not like we're not putting out, honestly, and with no ego and all confidence, the dopest,
I mean, look. That's what I'm talking about. This shit right here, like this is what I'm always talking about, people. Oh, dude, nuh-uh, stop.
Like if you want to see Jason Wise, and I wrote this with the founder of Black Heroes Matter, if you want to see a story about an immortal from Kush reclaiming artifacts from museums and taking them shits back to their ancestral homes, and you've got a cover like this, or you've got you don't have to decide who won the beef, you could get them both, right?
There you go. I love it.
JW, right? Jason Wise, the Black comic from the Black Album. Like, we really put our foot into this, and we do honor everybody in our community, right? There's David Walker right there. You got John Jennings right there. You've got Roy Akube. You've got Cowan, like celebrate the things that you want to see. You've got to invest in it. And I'm a big believer in this, right? Is if I've got $100 and my enemy has $1,000 or $1, I still have $100. So why am I worried? If I have $100 and my friend has $1,000 or $1, I would want my friend to have $1,000. I want to support them and see them win. So I got mine. I don't worry about his, but I worry about you guys, the community, and supporting the people that you want to see love to see shine and grow and blossom and connect. Because without you, None of this is possible. It is, for many years, it's like we are 1 to 2 conventions away from being out of business. I was in that space for about 5 years for sure, but on and off over 17 years, about 10 years. So true independent, the spirit of independence. And I'll also it's about the story, the quality, and it's also about when you come to a convention. I know I'm a believer. You come to my Kickstarter. That's why I give so much free stuff. Money is tight. You don't know me. You're giving me a shot. You've got $20 to spend. You're gonna go, who the hell is this dude? I'd rather spend it on Spidey or something I know. And that is fair enough. So I'm gonna earn your respect and hopefully your support and love for your $20 to go, hey, I might spend $10 on Spidey and I might give Seb a shot for $10. So when you come to a convention and I go, they spent a fortune on maybe flights or travel or car parks, or, they want to get a photo with Chris, insert last name, whoever the fuck.
Yeah.
And they go, hey, I just spent $100 my photo taken in a SIG. You come to my booth. I want to make sure you get lots of free stuff and great value. But it's also in the quality, I think, hopefully, of the storytelling. So when I write these comics and I want to challenge you, this is me. And again, this is not me trying to sound up my own ass, because it really isn't. It's really, I want to challenge you also with the patience to read the stories, to not just gloss over them. So I'm going to read you a small passage from Niobe She Tribe right here. And this is the Wu-Tang homage right here. All right. This is in your Tales of Sunder tome, which you're going to be getting soon, Ernie. Okay. So here we go. All right. Life's journey is not one path pre-planned or predicted. Sometimes you must travel into the wild to find your way home. Lost behind a wall of hurt is when I cannot sleep, nor do I want to. I built that wall. For not all dreams are swaddled in feathers born in heaven, where not all angels stayed. Some are wrought in shadow and iron, where bitter lies taste sweeter than truth, to which I sip when wrath's snake coils until my heart is pit. A doubter of dreams, a coward of destiny. Perhaps this is what my father wants, to be like him, so he can soothe my fear in hate, to wear his briar cloak, where ever bleeding, where only he can pluck such thorns. But I am Galemren too. I was born in the root of the sun. I am my mother's daughter. And so, as I struggle with this duality of spirit, my old soul's war within, I remain awake and stray far from purpose, stumbling into another's need, a stranger to my want, not a savior, nor hero, human.
Okay, first off, look. I'm sorry. Those were bars. It is so gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. And look, I don't know what else it's gonna take. I don't know what else needs to be said, but I'm gonna say it. You want these books.
Very kind.
You want these books. And I'm gonna also say that if you are someone who goes out to cons, and you find out that Stranger Comics is in the area, go to the booth. Because I think every time I see that y'all are at conventions, y'all are always, it just always looks like y'all are having so much fun. It looks like everybody's walking away happy. And that's the type of, it's like, it's a, I love to see that sort of thing. So I want y'all to go to the Kickstarter. I want you. If you want to, I'm not trying to, put a gun to anybody's head here,
We're trying to put a variant to their head, though, right, Ernie?
yeah. We'll put a hip hop, a potential hip hop variant,
Guys, you back the
against you.
Kickstarter. Back the Kickstarter today before it ends tomorrow. It ends, excuse me, on Monday morning. You back, excuse me, you back the Kickstarter, and you tell me. You say on the comment section, Ernie sent me, right? The Blerd Cave sent me, whatever it is. Make sure I know it's Ernie. Okay, Blerd without fear, all the things, and you tell me that. Send me a DM and let me know which hip hop variant you want. It is yours, literally for free. If you back the Kickstarter for $20 or more, and if you don't tell me which one you want, you will get the Low End Theory Naibi Shears Life issue 1 first printing of this for free. This is a $30 comic I'm giving you for $20. I'll sign it for free. Daryl will sign it for free. It is yours. And the beauty with Kickstarter is if you back it today or at any point, the money doesn't come out until the end. You have about 2 weeks to make sure your funds are good in your with your credit card. So that's my gift to you, and a huge thank you to Ernie. He's not realizing it because he's going to be getting these as well because he backed the kick. So you've got, I mean, Ernie, you got to tell me which ones you like as well.
Oh man, choices. Oh God, choices. I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate you, and I appreciate the chat, and I appreciate you don't know me. A lot of you guys don't know me in the chat, but if you like beautiful art, The Untamed is a very dark, slower story. You like quicker story, you can get Niobe. There's a really good introduction package called the Trade Paperback Starter. You can get 3 trade paperbacks of your choice for $55. That's a nice kind of new reader opportunity, and you still get all the stretch goals, all the freebies, and so on. I'll read you 2 more passages, maybe, and I'll give you a bit of an idea. Right, this is from The Untamed. The one again I'm doing with Viola Davis.
Yes.
So here we go. I'm going to read you a small passage from where the stranger returns to where he comes back to where his wife and child were killed. He returns from purgatory and he finds his child's doll, and he says, "It's a special moment when you bleed a man. A bond is formed, just you and him. To break his body, to gut his joy, but what of his spirit? When you look into his eyes, you'll know. In those last moments, the last breath will let you know. But the heart is a deceiver for the mind, a girl once told me."
Dude. Oh, dude, that's...
It's where he's digging out the sword buried between the graves of his wife and daughter.
Dude.
That's The Untamed, okay? Now, one other little one right here for you. This is from Niobe Shears' Death, and I'm going to show you from this beautiful, beautiful hardcover right here. We've been talking about doing audiobooks. We need to do audiobooks. So
I think you have a new project. Oh man, look at that. That is. Oh man.
So I'm going to read you a passage which is in the Niobe Endura comic series, which is going to be coming soon. But there's also a flashback to a different interpretation of it in the Niobe Shears' Death right here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when the big bad Vastar is coming, and Vastar, the tribal chief says, "A leader is not measured in followers, but in the demons they have the courage to face." That one right there. Because I'm a big believer in, like, just because you got a lot of followers, don't make you a leader.
Right.
Right. Okay. So the shaman says to young Niobe, Niobe's leaving, and she says, "Remember, she tribe, do not trust the word just because it is written. Our trees have died to hold their lies. It's up to you to speak our truth. Trees make paper, paper makes books. Don't just trust a book just because it is written. So we are passing down the oral tradition from the Africas to the Americas, through jazz, through chants and jazz and hip hop. But we have a responsibility when we're making these books to be transparent with our stories. So that's in this one right here, where Niobe Shear's death is when she becomes a badass bounty hunter, hunting down sex traffickers and slave traders to reflect our own brown girls that get abducted. So,
like I said, that is, oh God. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you've read Niobe Shear's life and you like that story, and you haven't read She Is Death yet, you are in for a ride. If you haven't read both, you are really in for a ride. And that's just me being honest with you. Also, shout out to John Bowles. I've been here whole show digging in my rainy day cash stash so I can hit the bank tomorrow to get it on the ground floor with this Kickstarter. And I'm not big on Kickstarter, so you got me, dude. See, this type of stuff I like to see.
I appreciate that,
you
guys.
know, this is somebody that said, I need this.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much. And if you guys want, you know, now and again I pop it in the chat. If you want to give us a follow, a subscribe at Stranger Comics, I do lives. I'm terrible at them. I'm not like Ernie, like I'm not like legendary. But you tune in with me, I'm gonna give you free shit for tuning in. Most likely, everyone wins something when you tune in. I go live. I'll be going live on Stranger Comics tomorrow at 6 o'clock. On my channel, and on Sunday for a rap party for the Kickstarter where I'll be delirious giving away too much shit, and then and Monday, I don't, you know, like my profit margins are like this, so I do so many conventions to keep it going.
I was saying, just real quick, the link to it's on the Stranger Comics YouTube channel, right?
Oh God, is it? If you know what, subscribe or send me a DM. I don't even know I haven't even put the link for tomorrow yet. Oh my God, I'm useless. Yeah, no,
you're good.
Give me a DM.
Well, no, I was gonna say, if it's the Stranger Comics YouTube channel, I have it linked in the description of this.
Oh my God. Amazing.
So if it's the like the Stranger Comics YouTube channel, y'all can go through the link here and you'll be able to get there and go to all the links and just follow, because there's all kinds of cool stuff that's always going on. It's just an easier way to be able to find out, and you don't have to go wondering hey, when does this connect? No, you're already following Seb, so you can just go ahead and find out. And I also, just real quick, I want to point, because I love this message here.
I saw that.
Yeah, dude, like I said, this right here, this is what it's all about, y'all. This is the type of stuff comics are community.
Yes.
Comics are community, and this is how you know you're an inspiring creator, when you can bring people into the hobby and they stay for life. So I want to so I shout out to you, Seb, for ushering in not just a fan for a minute, but like someone who literally has stuck with it. Like, you open their mind up to a world that they're like, nah, I'm just gonna hang around. This is good. Who else can say stuff like that? It's insane.
So humbling. It's so humbling. What convention, by the way? What con were you at? Because I'm doing, and if folks that want to see me at cons, I'm doing LA Festival of Books this weekend at USC, Phoenix Fan Fusion, San Diego Comic Con, where we'll drop the Niobe full animated trailer, Dragon Con, New York Comic Con, LA Comic Con. I think those are the last one. Oh man, yeah,
dude, that is insane. Also, I can't remember if I showed this earlier, but I want Everborn had a super chat that was up here earlier. I wanted to make sure we didn't miss, but this is true right here. Yeah. As,
Yeah.
as someone who has been doing this for half as long as Seb, he's absolutely right. I love the indie space, but the biggest challenge is conversion. And that's kind of one of the things that I've learned as I have gotten older and been more ingrained in the indie comic space. I have learned. I always knew that it was kind of a tough grind. That like it's work. Like I like to tell people creating a comic is relatively easy, but building the community around that comic to get people to come to the comic, getting people to walk away with the comic and come back for more, that is the hardest part of it. And it takes a village just like it does anything else. It's why I said that we can't just rely on some people to support our books. We need to get everybody in on it, because the more people that are reading these books, the more people that we can reach with these books. This is how you get the attention of and get all this stuff that we have going on right now. Is how we get all that stuff happening. And I just for anyone who hasn't seen it, I did actually come prepared with this. I know that there are some people who did not actually see the initial trailer that had come up.
Yeah, show the sizzle.
I want to take a moment to see if we can. Yeah, we're gonna pull this up. We're gonna step aside for a sec, and I want you all to just enjoy. Enjoy the trailer and all of its glory. And if this doesn't get you excited for Tales of Asunda, or just like the entire Stranger Comics line in general, I would ask you to check your pulse. You might need to you might need to dial 911, because something's not right over there. But here, this is a trailer, the tease for Niobe.
I fendu bachu.
Your father wants you, Niobe. I can take you, or I can send you to him. You are alone.
I am never alone. There are no chosen ones. A hero chooses to be one.
That right there is money. Okay,
Thank
like
you.
here, let's look. If that doesn't get you excited, if that does not get you excited, I don't know where you're at. I don't know what to tell you. That is diabolical. That is diabolical if you're not excited after seeing that. I can't. I absolutely positively. I can't help you. You can't be helped at that point. But I like. Oh, I just it was a little details too. Just like the close up shot on her. When she kind of like she's zoomed in on the camera, you can see like her eyes, the heterochromia, the different color eyes. I was just like, when I saw it's little stuff like that gets, and also the line at the end about not being chosen, like heroes choose to step up. Like I said, I got excited. I got
Thank
really,
you.
I
I
got really excited.
appreciate that. I mean, I tell you, it's like Comic Con Africa, and I meet
Mhm.
these animators, and they were so enamored, and I was like, okay, I can't trust other folks to, I guess, do this the way I want to do it, and I'm not rich, and because I make comic books, and as you can tell now by the real stats of what how people spend money, are they spending money outside of conventions online? Unless I'm doing shit wrong, which is possible, but these are stats. These are real stats. So
Mhm.
I'm all right. Let me spend my dough. Let me hire these guys to make this trailer so I can then show it to investors and then see if they want to invest, which was a couple of my meetings today. Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Kickstarter to fund the pre-production of fully of the Naobi anime, and this is a tease of really what's in the works. And so it's just been kind of ingrained in me. Thank you guys for the beautiful comments. I really appreciate it. It means it means a lot. It's a really big deal. That I started with nothing, working with this company. I was sleeping in my car, putting on a credit card. It was not. It is really not for the. It is not for the faint of heart.
Jeez.
And the grind has been real. The attrition has been real. And a lot of people said you can't do it. My friends, some of my family, you can't do this. You've never done it before. You can't do this. You've never done it before. And so for folks in the chat who often hear that with friends who might be like, you can't do this. A lot of them are just jealous because that you're working on your dreams. While not chasing. I don't believe in chasing dreams or people. It's work. Um, you know, Listen to your own inner spirit and do not wait for the man or another man to tell your story. And so, whether it's a comic, a kid's book, a song, a poem, um, a magazine, some journalism, whatever it is that really moves your soul. And so here we are. I'm like, I never directed anime before, but I'm going to work with these two amazing anime directors, direct it with them, and listen and learn and blossom and grow. And this is where we're at now with this Naibi anime. And while we're doing the live action Untamed with Viola, and who knows, maybe we'll see some new news at some point with the anime as well as I continue to grind and like. And somebody had a comment, and I want to kind of address it. Is purchase the Untamed hardcover from
Oh
Sebastian A,
yes.
right? So one of my closest friends, who I was engaged to, Aisha, who did the music. When you read the She Tribe comic that I did with Tuso, there's music you can literally go to. I forgot to send it to you, Ernie, and you can
Oh yeah.
there's music in the comic, and it's beautiful, and it's to Canaan She Tribe stuff, all the rest of it. Anyway, she got cancer, and she sadly passed away last year after a 3-year battle.
Oh.
And it's my soulmate. And so very devastated. She passed away. I looked after her for a long time with her daughter. And LA Comic Con was the next day. And I had a Kickstarter going live for Jason Wise at the time. And if I didn't go to LA Comic Con and I was like, oh, let me just take the weekend off and not do this Kickstarter and just stop it. And everyone would understand. But financially, could I afford to do it? And who was I taking care of? Not just family-wise, but also my staff with their families. Can I afford to take the time off? Can I afford to do it? So I went to LA Comic on the day after my best friend passed away, and it was extremely difficult. But I meet Jazz, buys the Untamed. Here we are. And here's what's really crazy is I bumped into Amanda Stenberg's sister, and she's like, you should reach out to her. So I did. And then we reconnected as Aisha, who passed, said, at some point, you guys are going to reconnect. Probably when she's about 25. She saw it in the future. Reconnect when she's about 25. And there we were. reconnecting when she was 25 at New York Comic Con. So all that to say is beautiful, spiritual, serendipitous moments, but also the reality of there is never a day off when you're an independent comic creator.
No.
It's real. For me, you know, I don't have anyone to fall back on, right? You don't have, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have, so not to go into a, you know, tangent, depressing or whatever, but to say it comes back to the community, the reality of this Stranger Comics community and now your community is the community that becomes family. That's so real, so real. I can't stress it enough.
I mean, it's like I said, and once for me, you know, so sorry to hear that she had passed, and just like I said, that's hard. That is heartbreaking on so many levels. But to speak to, you know, how like the grind never really stops.
Never stops.
I think that's something people like. Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I know there's people at different levels. You know that if you're more of like a hobbyist, I mean that's one thing. But I mean when you are an indie creator, you are always an indie creator. You are always going to be on that grind. You're always going to be on your hustle. And you're all and honestly, and this is the thing I tell people all the time, it is you are selling yourself. You have to sell yourself to people because you kind of, as you said earlier, there's people that like, and I talk about this all the time myself. I say, yeah, hey, there's people that tell me all the time they want to see something new, they want to see something different, they want it. They're tired of the same old every single Wednesday, and will go and buy the same 20 copies of Batman every Wednesday. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you like Batman, you like Batman. I'm not knocking. I like Batman too. But I also say that if you want something different, you have to take a chance. And trust me, I read so many comics. I read more comics than I can probably quantify. It's ridiculous. I get, whether it's comics I buy of my own volition or comics that get sent to me, or comics that people are like, hey, you like this, I think you might be interested in this, I don't know, whatever. Through one way or another, I read so many comics, and I can tell you right now, I've taken a lot of chances. Have they all paid off? Not all of them, but I'm no poorer or lesser for it. I mean, poorer in terms of the cases where I spend money, but I don't mind I don't mind taking that risk, because when I support an indie artist, indie writer, indie anybody, I see that hunger. I see that hunger. I see that drive. And a lot of the time, I've come to find that when I take that chance, more often than not, I mean, honestly, I think the odds are actually pretty damn good. Compared to even like mainstream comics. Like when I pick up a book off the shelf of a mainstream comics, I mean, we're rolling the dice. We're talking like 50-50, and I'm being nice. I'm being nice when I say 50-50. It's actually more like,
whoa.
It's more like 70-30, and I don't mean on the positive side.
Right.
I don't tend to like a lot of the things I pick up off the mainstream shelf these days, but when I'm going into the indie bag, it is the other way around on a positive. I would even go as far as say it's actually more like an 80-20 for me when it comes to indie comics. I rarely pick up a book in the indie sector that I don't like. At least I might not love it, but I like it. And that's more than I can say for a lot of other stuff that's out there. And like I said, sometimes familiarity, it gets boring. Try something different. Because I honestly had no idea that I wanted to read a comic about a black elf type character, or like with dwarves and orcs and things run. I mean, I was pretty sure it would be fun, but I didn't know that was something that like my heart absolutely craved.
Right.
And then I took a chance, and here we are. Like I now am I'm in. I'm all in. And you'll probably because I like talking about indie books on the channel. I just don't like spoiling indie books. So like I said, I've been working out a way to like talk about it in such a way where I can maybe get more people to take a look at it, because I would love to see more people talking about Stranger Comics, because it's honestly
I would love that too.
like I said,
It's crazy. It's like something that's really nutty is, so we talk about sales, right? We talk about supports for indies and what people buy. So I did a post yesterday on Twitter, and I wonder if I can show it to you. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, here we go. So I did a post which is meet the Naibi animation team. Amazing team from South Africa, really beautiful, and it's got 155,000 views, which is a lot. And I did this last night. 25,000 likes.
Here, let's see.
Right? There you go.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stats just for 21 hours ago.
That's crazy.
If you look at the translation to sales again on Kickstarter, translated to 0 sales on Kickstarter, and I think maybe 1 sale on the website. That's what we're kind of really wrestling with. And then also, so many of the comments are absurdly racist, right? But that's the reality. That's the reality again of our folks buying comics, right? Outside of natural connection with a comic at a comic convention, our folks buying comics online, outside of going to your local comic shop to trust your retailer. But this is our reality. It's a tough game. So again, you just always come back to, if you find a particular publisher you love, a creator, a writer, an artist, and you want to see more of it, the only way we can make the Naibi animated movie is if folks, we stay in business. People are buying the comics. It's just, and hopefully, and if you don't like it, that's no problem at all. But you're going to love it.
Well, I think right now, y'all are going to the Kickstarter. And I'm going to pull this back up because I want you to see, once again, you see it right here. Go get it. Go get on it. Go do it.
Go do the thing.
Go do the thing. And there's, I know, we kind of joked about this on Black Comic Lords that there was like so many options, but here's the thing. Now that you've listened to us talk, you now have full understanding of what it is you're looking into. So now, yeah, just like literally nothing but good books on good books on good books. And if you want, like I say, if you want to back it a little, you can back it a lot. You take your pick. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, but what I will say is if you go back this, you are going to get something really, really freaking good. Now, you can be a mad lad like myself, and I'm probably going to wind up kind of bumping my pledge up a little bit because, I want to get some little extra bells and whistles myself. Like I said, I'm a psychopath, so that's just what I do. But there are so many different, ways you can do this. And I think, hey, there's a little something in there for just about everybody. And I do actually want to pull this up because, this is one of those where, let's see, where I want to put this up here and show it off because, once again, this Kickstarter has made its goal, but just like with all Kickstarters, the more money the Kickstarter makes, the more stuff you can usually hope to unlock. And the stretch goals, I think every stretch goal now that has been listed thus far has been obtained. So if you're gonna back this bad boy,
well, that's really crazy. The old stretch goal graphic is up. it should be the new one because we have a $120,000 stretch goal.
Oh,
Now that's been added. I'm going to text my guy right now.
okay. Yeah. Hey, look.
Crazy.
Well, then look. So now y'all know there's still more that is waiting on y'all to be got.
Yep.
So just know, and I think that should right there should tell you even more so. But look at all this. Look at all this. Look at all this. Look at all this. Wallpapers, bookmarks. I'm not going to go through each and every one of these because all 12 trading cards have been unlocked. As the Kickstarter went on, more and more and more of the complete set were unlocked. So it went from 3 all the way up to the full set of 12 being unlocked. There are lithos. There are, my God, there's so many different things. You're going to be able to get remarks on some random variants that are and things of that nature. There's all sorts of really interesting things that you could potentially be picking up. So I just want to put that out there that, like, if you, especially with how good this Kickstarter is done at this point, if you back it now, like I said, don't wait. You back it now, you are literally getting a ridiculous amount of free stuff to go along with it. Like, it's not even like joking. That's not hyperbole. You're getting a lot of good stuff here.
And if you spend $80, this is the one that you now get for free.
Ooh, let's pull that in there.
Wraparound cover. So check it out.
Oh, yes.
So you level up to, I think anyone that spends $100 now gets this wraparounds for free. With the Hand of the Devil right there, the Daryl May, Dura, and the Stranger, the cloak looking like the Devil's Hand, as well as the Mist Behind. So this also is a prequel, guys. The comic is a prequel to the Untamed. It has D&D material in there. And what we just dropped is also in your metal choices. You could also get, if you're fans of metals, the metals are crazy on this campaign.
Oh my God, that looks so clean.
It's so bonkers, and this one's really stunning too. It's the first time we've ever done, and I've never seen this anywhere. It's a foil forged on metal wraparound. We actually made.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, me neither. So, he's a wizard and just obsessed with our stuff, and just is in the lab literally crafting. And they do printings for everybody, but they absolutely love what we do. And they're like, "Can I show you something?" I'm like, "Yes." And so for our fans, they love it. They love it. So yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, look, this is the opportunity, y'all. So we're gonna leave you with that.
Thank you.
The link is there.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. And thank you for listening and, just hearing the stories of Stranger Comics and the hearing the words. Somebody said something earlier, which is like, this might be I can't remember, too severe or too heavy for me or something. And I'm like, emotionally mature or something. It was a very funny comment. But Niobe is a light read. I might sound all melodramatic, which I am, when I'm not running around with a crazy person. When I write, I'm so melodramatic, but Niobe is a light read, so you'll be fine with that one.
Yes.
But on the Kickstarter, if you do come, check out what I've listed in the new readers option. That's really good. Like, hey, I'm brand new to the world. On the Kick, there's a new reader option, giving you some suggestions. But yeah, and Ernie, thank you, bro. Thank you so much for
anytime.
Crazy.
Anytime. Like I said, I was happy to do so because, like I said, this is one of those that I become a big believer in the brand, the world, the storytelling, the attention to detail, and honestly the connectivity with community is just it's a sight to behold. And I honestly, I want more people to talk about it. I want more people to see it. And yeah, I often tell people I like to be the change I want to see. So, why not start off right, with, just maybe starting the conversation with some people. So, like I said, and you know what, I want to make something clear. I don't think this will be the last time that we have Seb back here, because I really enjoyed this, and I honestly, I love the passion, hearing like just the sheer drive to create, and just and the realism, the realism, about what it takes to make the thing a thing, and you know what? I hope it's inspiring to a lot of y'all. I saw someone earlier say as much. That it was inspiring to hear. So I hope that some of y'all who are, I don't know, maybe you want to be an indie creator, maybe you want to make a story, craft a narrative, be an indie comics creator. Maybe you'll learn something from this conversation, and maybe go check out the back matter and some of those hardcovers, and maybe, I don't know, you might learn even more. Yeah, man, there's some people at Marvel, DC, and Image who could learn a thing or two about putting together some back matter for a book just based on these. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna say links, go click them. I will be back tomorrow, maybe sometime later in the afternoon or evening. We'll see how that plays out. And yeah, go read comics, and more specifically, go read Stranger Comics. We are out of here, everybody. Good night.